Gabriel gets the post. He will start in a few weeks. Your first EURES job can now assist with travel and subsistence costs, language training, recognition of qualifications, or a supplementary allowance for young people with special needs. Ingrid, in turn, can apply for assistance to put in place an integration program. This is a package of support, including training and mentoring, to make the transition for Gabriel and her business as smooth as possible. Similar packages are available for integrating trainees or apprentices. All placements must last at least 6 months and be in line with national labour law. Your first EURES job supports job seekers, trainees, apprentices and employers in a number of ways, beginning with matching the profiles of candidates with actual openings across the EU, Norway and Iceland. Young people can get a foot on the career ladder, and employers can benefit from a wider pool of talented people to make their businesses more innovative and competitive. Your first EURES job, making it easier to recruit and work in Europe.
Okay. So, hello everyone. I'm sorry I cannot speak Portuguese, so I'll have to do this in English. It's my first time in Portugal, so very sorry about that. I did hear a very frequent word since I've been here, obrigada and obrigado, constantly. So I think it means thank you, right? So that actually tells a lot about a country, you know. If you constantly say thank you, it's something which is very nice. So obviously we're here because we need people, you know, surprise, surprise, in the IT industry. We're a software house, so we're looking for primarily passion and people wishing to actually get involved in the software industry. We very much believe that for a person to join a company, there should be a reason, and we believe that we have a recipe, because we think that people today are looking for, first of all, to mingle with top talent. So they want to be working in a company where there are top quality people, because it is said, and I believe it very much, that if you're working with top quality people, you're hiring your average and you're learning constantly from your colleagues as well. The second point is expanding your skills in different technologies. As a company, we are predominantly a .NET company. However, we also have Java, we have C++, and we work across a number of different technologies. So obviously that adds value to the people working with us as well. Plus, we're not at all focused in one particular industry. We're actually involved in a number of different industries, and we believe that those three together, you know, if you sum them up, it gets you to the perfect recipe. Now, what industries are we talking about? These are the main industries that we work with. So we're involved in postal systems, financial, space exploration, oil exploration, civil protection, health, sports, motor vehicle, and many more. So effectively, we're working across different projects, and people working with us at times actually go, you know, change from a technology to another, but also from one project to another. So you have exposure into a variety of different industries as well. As you can see, if you can see, because it's quite small, the text, it's very much of diversified skills. We obviously do not expect people, some people at the stand, at our stand here, were asking, you know, do I need to know all of that? No, obviously not. I mean, you would need to be not even an expert, I think, but more. But obviously, some of the skills there are actually used within the projects that we're working with, so we very much need people with different skills within these different areas. However, if a person had to ask, what are you really looking for, or what type of skills are very important for you, I would say problem-solving skills is the real important thing, because in reality, a person who has the problem-solving skills, and usually mathematical experience as well, because that helps a lot in the problem-solving skills, can learn any language as long as you have the right problem-solving mentality. Our head office is based in Malta, not in Malta, as it's seen there, okay? It's in Malta, so it's actually with an A at the end. For those of you who don't know, Malta is a small island in the Mediterranean. We're actually part of the EU as well. I got a few images for you, just to tempt you to possibly think about the relocation aspect. As of today, even though we're employing 14 people from overseas, from abroad, from 11 different nationalities, however, they are all based in Malta. And here I just got 6 pictures. I will not go much into detail about Malta. If you have any questions, there's actually a talk starting at 4, I believe, in the other auditorium, which is actually about Malta, plus obviously there's our stand and the Maltese stand on site here. So if you'd like to visit us, feel free. If you're watching this over the internet, feel free to get in touch as well, and we'll be very happy to address any questions. Obviously, a company is as strong as the people they employ. So first thing is who we employ and how we do employ. First, the most important aspect for us is effectively fresh graduates. As a company, traditionally, we've been employing most of our recruits directly from university as soon as they graduate. We also have what we refer to as the undergraduate program. So effectively what we do is we ask students if they wish and they have the skill set within the area of software development to join us, possibly during a summer or during the school holidays. And there they actually get a taste of what's like with Essentials. By the way, Essentials is how we refer to ourselves, okay? We're from Ascent, so we refer to ourselves as Essentials. This comes through something that we did. There's a slide further on and you'll understand why. However, in these type of undergraduate programs, we actually allow students to be able to experience a full immersion experience of software development. So they're actually involved in a particular project with other software developers, and they have the opportunity to get some commercial experience and also to give something back in the commercial side as well. So that's pretty much our undergraduate program for people who are doing any degree, either in computer science, mathematics, or engineering. Obviously, more importantly, at times than employing new people, is making sure you're keeping your current people. So how do we do that? Apart from what I've mentioned before, our recipe, we also ensure that we have a set of social events that we organize to ensure that our people are having fun together and they are really creating the team spirit. So, we do lots of things. Again, I'm just going through some just to give you some ideas. Some we do for charity, others we do just for team building. And we also started this tradition in 2013 where we're creating a movie actually done between the employees, casted, directed, everything between the employees. And this is why we actually nowadays are referring ourselves as Essentials, okay? If you want to know more, simply visit our YouTube channel, okay? Simply look for Essentials. You'll find the YouTube channel and there are a couple of movies there and some interesting stuff. What do we do in order to ensure that our team is constantly informed of what's going on? Unfortunately, there are some companies out there who are possibly either too big or do not actually take at heart the involvement of their team. And we really much believe that for a person to really feel part of a team, they need to know what's going on. So we have a very structured communication channel, internal and external. Starting from the external, obviously we have the movies that we're doing now, national challenges for undergraduates, job fairs which we attend, like social media of the company website. So we're constantly on the lookout for new people. However, for people who are already within the company, we have our intranet, which gives lots of information to all our employees. Plus there's also a small photo of all of us with our hobbies, what we like eating, music and whatever. So everyone knows a little bit about everyone in the company. We also have what we refer to as our monthly pastizzi communication lunches. Now, you don't know what pastizzi are. They are typical Maltese food, very tasty, very unhealthy, but unhealthy and tasty go very much together. And it's only once a month, so it's no big deal. And actually the company provides lunch for everyone in this particular once a month meeting where the directors, project leaders actually present where the company is heading, what we're doing, what projects we're working on. And it really helps a lot in the integration of the team. Plus, as I explained before, we do events, team building, dinners, and lots of other stuff. So what are the current openings? Who are we looking for right now? So right now we're looking for, obviously, software developers in the following technology. So we're looking for people with C# and ASP.NET skills, Microsoft SharePoint developers, Microsoft CRM, Microsoft Visual Basic 6, C++, and Java in general. And as I explained before, it could be that you have already these skills or this experience, or you don't, but you're willing to get into one of these, and you're just graduated from a science or an engineering or a mathematical degree and would like to know more and learn more. And we do provide an internal academy to train people and fresh graduates to actually get involved in these languages. SharePoint, is possibly something that not too many people know about. It's a technology which is growing a lot. It is very much of a different league. I mean, whoever is involved in SharePoint nowadays is considered to be a top developer because there are very few out there in the industry. And effectively, it's a framework where you use ASP.NET and C# to develop on top of it. So in reality, we're after people who know C# and ASP.NET, and then we give them cross-training within the company to actually become SharePoint developers. Today in the company, we have about 26 SharePoint developers with us. What's the recruitment process? So what do you do if you're interested to join? Obviously, you get in touch with us. We usually have a 2-meeting process. Now, obviously, these meetings happen on Skype for people who are not in Malta. The first meeting would be what we refer to as a match evaluation meeting. So we try to understand what the person is looking for, what we are looking for, and we see if there's a match between the two. We also provide for foreign employees or prospective employees what we refer to as a Malta pack. Now, this Malta pack explains a number of things about Malta, cost of living, taxation, and all of this. We also provide relocation assistance. So we actually pay for the first month of accommodation to anyone moving to Malta. Plus, we provide all of the support. So as soon as a person hits the airport, well, actually, as soon as they get out of the arrivals lounge, we cannot actually wait for people at the plane. But as soon as you're in the arrivals lounge, yeah, well, we actually allowed, because we also handle the software for the in-flight catering of flights, but we cannot go whenever we like. Yes, as soon as you come to Malta, there'll be someone waiting for you at the airport, whatever time, an hour, and will accompany you to your accommodation, show you around, get you sorted out with your SIM card, and then your bank account, and then your Malta residence card, and all of that. So you're actually ready to go. Obviously, for people who are moving from the EU, it's much more simpler because EURES make it simple, plus it should be simple in general in every country. I don't know other countries, but I know how it works with us. The second meeting is more of a technical assessment. So a person who is still interested after the first meeting, the second meeting, it is just a pure technical assessment. So there, we'll present you with a few problems, we'll give you a laptop, we'll say whichever language you like, Python, C++, whichever, even if it's a language that we don't actually use. Because as I said, what we're after is problem-solving skills. So you just try to resolve those problems and then meet with one of our project leaders to actually discuss the solution you would have provided, and also that would be accompanied by a few questions on the technical side. I'm sure you're aware, the quality of a company is not, in the branding or the looks of a company or, how popular the company is, but it's the people it employs. So for us, the quality of the people we employ is very important, which is why we need to go through these assessments. So another very important aspect within the company is ensuring that we constantly know what our team feels and that they are aware of what the expectations are from the company's side. So we do have employee review meetings. I personally, as an HR manager, meet each and every individual at least once every 2 months to ensure that the person is satisfied on what he's doing and on the job they are doing, and if they'd like to change anything or suggest anything. However, we also have an annual meeting where we actually challenge the methodology that the company is using, why the person is still working with us, salaries and all of training and so on and so forth. And that ensures that I can actually prepare a report to the board with short-term, medium-term, and long-term action plans to constantly improve the company and make sure we're actually after what our team wants as well, in line with the company direction. So, the last part of the formula that we explained at the very beginning is obviously personal development. It's very important that people continuously continue to grow. So we have obviously soft skills training. So we do send our team to training like non-verbal communication, assertiveness, and these type of things. Cupcake knowledge sharing evenings. It's actually called Cupcake because the company provides cupcakes. And these are actually informal meetings where our team meet together. It could be on any subject. Like, I don't know, at the moment there's AngularJS. So, 2 of our team members studied quite a lot about AngularJS, and they said, anyone interested to join and, share the knowledge together and meet and so on, and the company provides some refreshments, and that's what's happening and what's going on. So, that helps a lot, first of all, because it promotes knowledge sharing between the team, but secondly, it continuously improves the person's skills and abilities as well. Informal technical training, what you learn on the job, and that is, again, it ties up with what I was saying before, employing quality people and ensuring knowledge sharing and continuous team spirit. internal technology sessions is when we actually need a particular training or a particular skill within the company, and we actually assign one of our team people to actually research on the particular subject and share the knowledge with some of their team members effectively, but in an internal and formal way, rather than informal, as was in the previous points. Self-learning with expense cover is effectively when a person is interested in a particular area, which possibly the company is not currently looking into, but there's still an interest, so the company subsidizes part of the training to ensure that the people can actually continue to grow in the direction that they desire as well. Also, obviously, tallying with some sort of benefits with the company. I mean, we're not a charity institution, we're a professional institution, and every training that we provide needs to have, obviously, a benefit in return as well. Then there's obviously fully covered technical training, and this is certification, so obviously we need to ensure quality. Quality is ensured by training, and training is very expensive in the technical side of things, so obviously that's fully subsidized training. At times it happens in Malta, most of the cases it happens in other countries where there are certifications providers. And at the very last, just before the quarterly skills matrix, there's technical seminars and conferences where obviously we meet and we attend in order to ensure that we know the vision of top companies that are today driving the market, such as Microsoft conferences, some Java conferences, SharePoint conferences, and so on. So we're there to know what's going on and what's happening. We also have what's down there, it says quarterly skills matrix update. Effectively, we talk to our team on a quarterly basis and try to see where they feel they've improved, or possibly where they moved slightly back on the technology to ensure that the company is constantly growing. This is a self-assessment thing. We don't give scores ourselves. It's more for the person to give us feedback of where he's feeling strong and possibly where he or she is feeling weaker. This is our HR motto. We effectively say, you can possibly pay a person to come to work, but you cannot pay a person to ensure that he's giving you the best that he can. And those skills have to be earned by the mutual respect that exists within a company. And that's something which we really work hard on to ensure that we achieve. From my side, I believe that was, yes, we end with hello world. That's something from our branding. It's hello, but effectively that's the end. Any questions, anyone? Yeah, sure.
Good afternoon. Thank you for your presentation. It was very good. From one of the first slides, you shown us that you had a very wide type of applications from all the several areas of expertise. I particularly noticed the engines, about the
motor vehicle.
Motors, yeah. Could you please elaborate a little bit more? Yes.
So we have two clients at the moment, which are in the motor vehicle industry. They have about 40 million vehicles out there, so we have to make sure we don't do any mistakes, because recalling 40 million vehicles would be quite of a problem. Effectively, we're working in those particular projects using C++, so we're doing embedded systems for tools or ICs, and electronics that actually go into the motor vehicle industry. That's a particular team in C++ which is growing. I mean, the client has committed to effectively increase the team by 2 people every quarter. Somehow we're delivering quality, so he's happy, and we're happy that he's happy. And this is something that hopefully will continue to grow. As a company, we take very good care that if we have a particular client who possibly is taking, quite of some, let's say, vast percentage of a particular technology within the company, then our business development team starts looking for more projects within the particular technology, because we never want to be in a situation where, unfortunately, our, employees might be in a situation where if the client, needs to decrease a little bit the load, then we have any problems there. So we're constantly, making sure in regards to continuity for every team member. Anything else? Okay. Did I answer the question or? Okay.
For now, I think that's all.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Anyone else? In regards to anything, how comfortable the chairs are or whatever? That's it. I think I should end by saying obrigado, right? Thanks.